Chmer.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Chalmers. Mr. Chalmers, state your name for the record, please.
Nicholas Chmer.
Your Honor, Mr. Chalmers is before the court for a violation of probation. Mr. Chalmers is non-compliant in that he owes $5. He's made no payment to the court. He failed to report to probation as directed, failed to complete a SPEC class, failed to complete 25 hours of community service, failed to provide proof of employment. He, Your Honor, also has bench warrants out of the 44th District Court, the 36th District Court, and the 39th District Court. He also has a pending criminal case out of Macomb County, a felony burglar tools possession with an alleged date of offense, 20th of 2025. That case has been as the court knows, that's a continuation of the same behavior that this case is. Given all the circumstances, probation is asking that the court revoke his probation, sentence him to 90 days in jail, credit for 19 days served, that he served the valence of that, waive his remaining terms, accept the financial obligations, and discharge him from probation without payment.
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Chalmers about everything that has been going on. His mother is also here and would like an opportunity to speak to the court if the court is amenable to that. Regarding the terms, I think Mr. Chalmers, I think the one to start off with is reporting to probation. He maintains that he told he was told he was non-reporting. I spoke with
That he what?
Was non-reporting. I spoke with Miss Pilara, and she indicates that she doesn't have anyone that's non-reporting.
Doesn't happen at this court, so he couldn't have been under that impression.
I explained that to Mr. Chalmers. He understands there was clearly some miscommunication. He regrets that he did not report and is willing to report moving forward.
And I'm going to let you say what you're going to say. But because you've got to represent your client's telling you that. If he's representing to you that somehow or another this court, that he was under some impression that he was non-reporting, or that somehow this could even be characterized as some type of misunderstanding, that's problematic for me because I don't believe any of that. I mean, I'm going to let you say, and I'm not, Ms. Parody, I'm not certainly holding that against you. You have a job to do. But if that's what he's having you represent, I'm not buying it.
We've had, because this was set previously and Mr. Chalmers failed to appear, we've spoken multiple times about this, and he's maintained the entire time that he thought he was non-reporting. And I do believe that was a miscommunication. I hear what the court is saying. Regarding the rest of the terms, it seems to me that he did make efforts to complete everything. So he believes that he did complete that theft class. He reports to me he did complete the community service. He did that at a soup kitchen in Ypsilanti. And he was working for the beginning of his probationary period at FedEx. He lost that job a few months ago, but his mother actually indicated to me that she spoke with FedEx and he can be reinstated to that job if he is released from custody. Mr. Chalmers is also doing some good things, I think. So he is the primary caregiver for his 5-year-old. He lives with his grandmother, who assists with taking care of his son, but he is the primary caregiver. His grandmother, his mother told me today, is a teacher at a middle school in Ann Arbor. And Mr. Chalmers also just got his GED through Washington Community College and is now taking preliminary associate's classes at Wayne Community College. So he does have things that he wants to get out and take care of. He did turn himself in after he failed to appear, so he's not running from this, Your Honor. He wants to show the court that he can complete probation. I would like an opportunity to get Ms. Pilara the proof of completion of the theft class in the community service when Mr. Chalmers can provide that to me. I do think the fact that he turned himself in after he failed to appear is a big indication that he wants to resolve this matter. So given all that, I ask that the court take this into consideration. He was sentenced just back in March, so he does have time to finish up his probationary terms. I tried to look up some more details in the Macomb County case. I couldn't find it in their case search. I don't know if it was user error or what. I just want to see what stage that case is at. I'm not even sure if he's been arraigned on that case. Mr. Chalmers in the case didn't have an attorney, so I don't have anyone to contact about that as well. So I think that one is in the very, very preliminary stages. So again, I'd ask the court take that into consideration. And then the bench warrants, Mr. Chalmers indicates to me, are mostly traffic stuff.
Okay.
So given all that, again, I'd ask the court to reinstate his probation, let him complete his term. He can pay $300 this week, I think you said, if he were to be released. But again, he has been out of work for a few months. And again, his mother is here and would like to add if the court is open to hearing from her.
Did he make the $200 payment in March?
Ms. Pilara has no payments made. I did not verify if there was any payments made. Do you remember paying $200?
I honestly don't.
Your Honor, there are no payments made.
That's what I thought as I'm looking at it. And just so you know, he represented to the court on that day, March 11th, that he was going to pay $200 that day.
Yeah, I frankly, Your Honor, I don't remember. I do know, as I stated, Mr. Chalmers was working, had lost work, is the primary caregiver for his child. I don't know if some kind of bill came up or something like that.
And Your Honor, I would also like the court to be aware, it looks like Mr. Chalmers also has a hold at the jail from Wayne County Sheriff for a lien, bond denied. I don't know if that's an additional, if that's something additional. I don't see case, I didn't see the case when I ran his criminal history, but I do see he does have that hold.
For fleeing and eluding.
For a plea, bond denied, Wayne County Sheriff.
He can have a seat there. His mom wants to say something to him. State your name.
Nicole Franklin. I just want to say, he's a great kid. I don't know where all this has come from. He was shot twice and almost died 5 years ago when my grandson was just born. In the chest once and in the stomach once. They tried to rob him for his gym shoes. Ever since then, he's been a different person. We've tried to get help. It was the pandemic time. He needs help. He's a great kid. He's a great father. He's a great father. He takes care of his 5-year-old. Right now, his 5-year-old is born between me and my 78-year-old mother, which is hard. He's asking for daddy every day. Nicholas is really a great kid. Like I said, from the ordeal of him being shot, and he just turns into a different person. I just need him home. And I know that's not enough for you from everything you've just heard. We need them home. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Ma'am, you also understand that even if I were to release him today, you won't be going home. Because the last indication from Miss Flora was he's got whatever situation he's found himself in Wayne County, he's got bond denied.
I've been doing everything. I've been checking up on everything. I've called Wayne County.
Ma'am,
And
let me
they were
stop.
putting him on tether.
Let me stop you. Okay. I hear you. I did not think, frankly, in this case that we would end up at this point in time, or at this point. I gave your son every break could coming into sentencing. Didn't make it a very difficult probation for him. And indicated basically that he needed to just get through it. If he represented to me on the date of the sentencing and I just went through it that he was going to pay $200 and it really isn't so much about the money, it's about the representation it makes to the court that he's going to do this. And I'm now here, whatever many months later, and he's paid nothing. And didn't go to probation to tell probation if he had a problem. We run into that all the time. He just had to say, I can't make this. This is what I can do right now. And he didn't do it because he wasn't going to probation. I can tell you right now, and I hesitate in doing it, but when he's telling me he thought he had non-reporting probation, if Ms. Valera pulls up his probation order, it's not going to say that. And I know it's not going to say that. And that's why I stopped Miss Parody when she was saying, because it's not true. I don't have those. Not in that way. And he knows that. And he's just, ma'am, it is hard for me to sit here and to try to tell a mother that he isn't acting and he isn't what you raised.
He's not. He's not. I didn't raise him like that.
I know you didn't. I can tell by the way that I can tell you did not raise him this way. And the problem is, he's going to have to make the decision to change his behavior. You can't do that for him. I don't know you, but I'm sure throughout his life you have done everything within your power to give him what chances, what opportunities there are, and all he had to do was to grab onto those opportunities, pull himself up, and just do the right thing. And throughout everything, he's not doing that. It also troubles me outside of all of that the warrant that he's got out of Macomb County is, he's here basically on a breaking and entering charge. And the warrant that he has out of Macomb County, the felony warrant, is possession of burglary tools. He's just involved in the same activities over and over again. Ma'am, far be it from me to try to tell a mother about her child. And I think you know what I mean, but I don't do that. But I'm telling you, he's lying to you. And most importantly, what angers me, particularly after hearing from you, is that the way that he's operating his life, he's disrespecting you and your mother, his grandmother. And there's a lot in life I'll tolerate, but I'm gonna tell you what, and people know this. You come in here, you disrespect your mother. If they're not going to do something, I'm sure as heck you don't want to be before me doing that, but he's disrespecting you in every way that he can because he thinks he knows more. Was there anything else you wanted to tell me, man?
His son needs him. He needs him. His son needs him. He needs him.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I love you, Nick. Love you, son. Love you, son.
Anything else you'd like to say, Miss Barron?
Nothing from me, Your Honor. I do appreciate Ms. Franklin speaking to me and speaking to Your Honor and on behalf of Mr. Chalmers. I do think he has a very good support system.
Chalmers, is there anything you want to tell us?
There's nothing I want to say.
Close sentence.
No, Your Honor.
I don't know how you do that to that woman. I honestly don't understand it. I don't understand how, if you don't have enough respect for yourself, how you couldn't have enough respect for her not to do this. For God's sakes, that's your mother. Who I don't have a doubt in my mind that if it came down to it, would lay down her life for yours. And all she does is, you know, here's all the things that you've done or not done that you're supposed to do. Still has the courage to come before the court and beg for mercy for her son. I'm going to waive all remaining terms except for his financial obligations, discharge him from probation without improvement. You've got certainly bigger fish to fry in other counties, it looks like. I'm going to order 93 days in jail, give you credit for 19 days served. The balance the defendant will serve. Defendant is remanded.